Welcome to LaxWrap. Got any plans for Memorial Day? Pre-picnic shopping at the Stop and Go? Or perhaps you'd rather stay at home and barbecue. It's always a good time for a yard sale. Yeah, give me one of those. But you can't have that one. Okay, but I like that tune. Let's dance. You shake a little left, fake a little right, raise your hands together and shoot with all your might. Change angles and change partners and stick it top shelf right, 'cause that's where Grandma keeps the peanut butter. Am I wrong or am I right? Or am I just hungry? We can dodge and we can dish. We can whip it in the goal, celebrate and chat it up. LaxWrap is on a roll. Hello again, LaxRatz Nation. Welcome to Week 9 LaxWrap. It's Chopper here. I got my sidekick, the coach. You may notice we're missing somebody. Tauli is on assignment for the next couple of weeks, but do not despair because Tauli has done her homework. She is checking in on the girls' side for lacrosse, and let's see what Tauli had to say.
Hey Chopper, hey Coach. I wish I could be joining you through Zoom, but as you guys know, I've got in a very busy week ahead. I'm off to Michigan for about 8 to 10 weeks for a work assignment. Don't worry though, I will be back in Southern California covering all sorts of girls lacrosse next season. But for right now, we got a little work assignment and then I'll be back in SoCal. And I will be back on Zoom for week 10 with the guys. I just gotta get settled in, but let's start off with some awesome content that I have for you guys. All right, starting off with an awesome Zoom interview with Robert Ball. We had featured his daughter, Avery Ball, sophomore at Dos Pueblos. Robert Ball created Santa Barbara Girls Lacrosse Association. It's amazing, expanding girls lacrosse and out in Santa Barbara County. Here's our chat on Zoom. I'm joined here with Robert Ball, Santa Barbara Girls Lacrosse Association co-founder. It is so great to chat with someone up in Santa Barbara. I've got the California shirt on because LaxRatz is expanding. How are you?
Great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. A little busy with all the Zoom chats, but we'll just jump right in. This association was created in 2015. Can you tell us and those that are watching this video a little more about it?
Sure. Santa Barbara Girls Lacrosse Association was, like you said, created in December of 2015. And we're a nonprofit, and we exist to provide lacrosse opportunities to girls, pretty much grades K through 12. And our primary program is our spring rec league teams that we put together and participate in the Pacific Edge Lacrosse Association League. This year obviously has been a little different, but yeah, and we provide clinics and any other events or advice to kind of get girls engaged in the great sport of lacrosse.
You can watch the full interview on our YouTube channel. So I've been frequently going to Bosco on Sunday, catching in on that skill amazing lacrosse league that's here in Southern California, brought to you by yours truly, our awesome coach, Chris Jewett. Now, I got a chance to chat with president of St. John Bosco, that is Brian Wickstrom. Unique thing about him is that not only was he the athletic director at D1 colleges, he transferred to Bosco during the pandemic in July. He is full of knowledge. He loves lacrosse. He's got 3 sons playing lacrosse, and here is our interview. So you transferred here July 20th. During a pandemic, how's the experience been coming to now? And I believe school's in session too.
It is. It's been great. For the first few months of school being closed, it gave me a chance to really look at some of the details, the operation of the school that wasn't academic related. And then now we're back full swing, full day in person. And now we're focused on academics, athletics, fundraising, basically increasing the budget for the school and utilizing the 36 acres that we're a part of. It's amazing.
You mentioned the 36 acres. We're here on a Sunday with Skill here. You have a St. John Bosco lacrosse hat on. 3 of your kids play at Leverage. Just talk about the experience it is and how important it is to get the kids out and playing.
For us, St. John Bosco's been known as a football school in the past and national champions. The basketball team's ranked in the state, the baseball team's ranked in the state. Lacrosse is one program that can really help us become a national school of choice. It's academics, it's athletics. Lacrosse is popular demand from the East Coast, has moved to the West Coast. So it's really, we're going to try and ride the coattails of lacrosse, to get to the elite level where we want to be.
All right, good luck to all the girls out there that have made playoffs. Enjoy those games out there on the field. I look forward to week 10, covering some of the amazing highlights, awesome scores. I hope to chat with some girls once I'm settled in Michigan through Zoom. But until next time, I've got to get packing and settled in the Midwest. I will see you soon.
Thanks, Tauli, and we hope we'll hear from her next week when we get to week 10. I want to give you guys a quick update on a major game that took place last week. Mater Dei played Foothill on the boys' side. Mater Dei won that game 9-7, which was a big win, and I know that'll alter on some people's minds who the top 3-4 teams are. Let me pitch it over to you, Chris, for an update on the boys' side. I don't know, maybe you have some things to say about Mater Dei as we move into your report.
Hey, Chopper, great to see you. I caught up with head coach Johnny Rodriguez the other day, and he talked a little bit about beating Foothill, as you just mentioned, winning the Trinity League. And then I asked him the question that everyone wanted to know: who's the better coach, Johnny or his wife? And so let's hear what he had to say.
Johnny Rodriguez from Mater Dei High School. Going to talk a little bit about Trinity League, winning that, and kind of our season this year. A lot of this season is kind of dedicated to, and we give a lot of what we've done. We give a lot of credit to that, to the players that have graduated over the past few years that have helped build this program to where it is now. It was an incredible win in Trinity League. It was a great feeling. It was a long time coming. The boys felt it. It was a great opportunity for us to kind of have an accolade underneath our belt and an accomplishment to hang our hats on this year. And then last night, big win against Foothill, 9-7. Electric atmosphere over Mater Dei High School. Incredible team win, hard fought. That's a great team, well-coached team. We look forward to hopefully seeing them again in the playoffs.
So, and lastly, who's the better coach, you or your wife?
My wife.
Knew it.
By a country mile. By a country mile.
Smart man. Thanks, buddy. Hey, so I got the Southern California Independent Lacrosse League Player of the Week, my buddy Luke over at Surf Dogs. This is a little stud. He's a one-take wonder. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hi, my name is Luke Ring. I play for the Surf Dogs. I'm in 5th grade. I went 1-1 today, and my favorite college lacrosse team is Notre Dame.
Coach, Surf Dog. I love that name. If I were playing lacrosse these days, I would want to be a Surf Dog. Thanks for that.
Welcome. Yeah, program run by GW Mix down in Newport Beach. It's essentially Corona Del Mar's feeder system. They've just done a fantastic job with that program for over 10 years now. So I want to give a shout out to my junior captain, Noah Sitek. I absolutely love this kid. He only started playing years ago. He's a soccer player, a professional dancer. Absolute best work ethic I've ever seen in my 15 years. This kid, we call him our Navy SEAL. He doesn't leave the field. He had 26 goals and 6 assists this year, and I believe he went 85% or 80% from the faceoff X, and just tremendous person. He's the type of kid that can process anything you give to him and just absorb it and spit it out right away, know what to do. I had 2 different Trinity League coaches say that they think he should be Player of the Year this year in the Trinity League. So we'll see. That's going to be decided this weekend. But I just want to say, shout out to Noah. I just admire the work ethic, the smarts, the hustle, and the leadership. I just love him. Great player, great person.
All right, so 2 things that I got to mention about that. First of all, he was in the top 10 plays last week, and Chopper here blew the pronunciation of his last name, which I am prone to do. I don't want to create a Colio controversy. I called him C-Tech. Just to correct it, it's obviously Sci-Tech. So Noah, I apologize for messing up your last name. It sounds like we're going to be calling that last name out a lot more next year. The second thing is, Coach, this guy is a professional dancer. Is that what you said?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, if there's any way you can get video of him dancing for our show next week, I would love to see it, even if it's for just a few seconds. So, Noah, if you've got some you can send us, believe me, I have utter respect for anybody that can dance, because I can't. So we'd love to see that. All right, Coach, I want to hit one more topic with you, because I know you've got an update on the seeding process. By way of a lead into your report, I got a question for you. The chief always said 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that seating meeting among the coaches was an absolute free-for-all. It was a melee, it was a barroom brawl. And that was because the top coaches were trying to pick the first seed. The lower team coaches were trying to avoid tough matchups in the first round. Now, from what I understand, order has been restored. Why don't you explain the process to us as best you can?
Yeah, correct. It's completely different now because before it was not done through CIF. Now we're fully sanctioned by the CIF. So I'm on the CIF coaches committee. So we met yesterday. This show will air. By the time the show airs, the brackets will be out. But yeah, there's a little more structure to it right now. So the coaches essentially will rank teams 1 through 20. And there's a little jockeying with that. And that took a little while, but it was productive. And then you give it to CIF. CIF actually has a formula of how they seed the teams, and they put it into their system. It's an algorithm, and it comes out with the brackets, which will be out again over the weekend, which by the time this show airs, we'll get to see it. But the interesting thing with D1 is that there's so many automatic qualifiers due to each league that there's more automatic qualifiers than 16 teams. So I believe there's going to be a bunch of play-in games to get to that bracket. So it's going to be super interesting, very competitive, and probably good for the sport.
And you know what, from what I know of play-in games, those may be the best games of the whole tournament because those teams are all fairly even and they're fighting for their playoff lives, right?
Correct, yes. Yeah, and speaking of the playoff brackets, I got a chance to catch up with the head coach at Maricosta High School, Aaron Karsh, and he talked a little bit about how the playoffs work and the seeding. So let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, this is Aaron Karsh with Maricosta High School here at the CIF Southern Section office, and wanted to kind of give everybody a quick rundown of how the playoffs will work. We're really excited this year that we're an official championship sport within CIF, and this year is going to be a little different than years past, and I think a lot of guys are used to the old format, and it's going to take some adjustment to kind of understand how the new ones will work. And so with the new ones, there's 3 divisions, Division 1, 2, and 3, kind of broken up by level of competitiveness. But the goal is always to keep the playoffs the very competitive bracket. And so teams will make the playoffs based on how they finish in their league and if they're given an automatic qualifier. So leagues of 4 teams get 2 AQs, leagues of 5 or 6 get 3, 7 or 8 or 9 will get 4 AQs, and then 9 or more will get 5. So thankfully we don't have any lacrosse leagues with that many teams, so it'll kind of break down between those 3 divisions. And then what will happen on Saturday is the brackets will be released, and on CIFSS.org you'll have all the information out there of who's made the playoffs, and encourage you guys to come out and watch if you're available to. Some of the games will be live streamed as well, and it should be a great year for lacrosse.
Coach, thanks for the update. I want to mention to everybody, thanks for your support for the weekly podcasts that we've been posting. These are sponsored by LaxRatz. They can be seen on the LaxRatz YouTube channel, as well as listened to on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The current podcast that's running features our very own chief, Lane Jaffe, the Zen Master, and he talks a lot about the whole spiritual thing, a lot of interesting topics. But Coach, from what I understand, you've watched that podcast. You say there may be more to talk about with the chief than he lets on. You guys used to be neighbors, is that right?
Correct. Yeah, we've known each other for years. We were neighbors, hung out a lot. I love the chief. He's a great guy. Yeah, I could add some stories to that. We'll see. All
right, Chief. Coach is coming for you. And so for our listeners, we'll try to get a podcast set up with the coach, Chris Jewett, here in a couple of weeks. And definitely you guys will get a chance to learn a little bit about his program, but also the chief, the untold story. Next week's podcast, the one that comes up this coming Thursday, features Tarek Ergen, who's a local high school coach. And many of you probably didn't know that this guy was a television star. I'm not going to burst the balloon, but you need to tune in to find out which TV show he was on, what character he played, because this guy had a pretty good acting career, which he may go back to once his lacrosse days are behind him. All right, Coach, as a local coach and one who is covering many of your peers and friends among other coaches, I'm not going to ask you to make a prediction on who's going to win this thing. I used to put that gun to the Chiefs' head and it didn't go well. So I'm going to propose a wager with you, And I want you to know that the wager is going to involve LaxRatz t-shirts and stickers, also known as the LaxRatz swag. This stuff is, I know you know and Tauli knows, this stuff is rare. It's hard to get your hands on. So far, the only outsiders that have it are those who have won Top Play of the Week. And I think Lisa can maybe run a list of who those players are. So if you see any LaxRatz swag on the street, you're going to know that it's being worn by a Top Play player. So we're going to go ahead and expand the inventory a little bit. And here's what I want to do. I want to give you my pick for the boys and girls champion, and I'm going to give you a chance to take either side of the bet that you want. So you ready for this? I am that Johnny Rodriguez, coach of the Modern Day Boys, is going to win the boys championship D1. Wife Christina Rodriguez, coach of the Foothill Knights girls team, is going to win the girls side, and they are going to accomplish the same thing that was accomplished by Jimmy Connors and Chris Evert, tennis players, at the 1974 Wimbledon. Now, Coach, I know you're not old enough to have seen that. I was looking through the bars of my crib at that. But they were dating at the time, engaged to be married. There was a wager on the quote-unquote love doubles. Connors won the men's, Everett won the women's. So I'm looking for Johnny and Christina Rodriguez to duplicate that feat in the Southern Section boys lacrosse champion and girls lacrosse championship. And Coach, because I'm a magnanimous person, I'm going to give you your choice. You can take the tandem, the love doubles, Johnny and Christina Rodriguez, or you can have the field, everybody else. This is for the LaxRatz swag. Who do you want?
Well, I mean, that would be incredible, the love doubles, but I'm gonna take the field. I'm gonna take the field from this one.
Okay. All right, so you guys heard it here first. It's Coach taking the field versus me taking the love doubles. And in case any of you are wondering the value of this LaxRatz swag, it is so rare and so valuable that it is rivaling Bitcoin as the currency of the new millennium. So if you get a chance to get your hands on this stuff, you're going to want to do it. Okay, one last thing regarding the videos. I say it every week. We're getting more and more of these top 10 submissions. If you want to know how to submit a video to us, go to our website, click on video upload. Go to the page that enables you to drag the video there or to access your computer to place the video there. Send us your videos. We want them. Some of them are in every week's top 10 plays. And as the coach and I always say, if we don't have it, we can't show it. But here's what we do have to show for this week's top 10 plays. Ad number 10, Crespi and White against Harvard Westlake, showing how to beat a zone D. You can move it side to side or just do this. That's Luke and McGuire with a goal and the selling. Number 9, Agura in White, and Julia is going to soften up the D, creating a fissure. And Charlie Leata is going to bust right through it to score. Tough stuff, but not as rough as the selling. You know, who says lacrosse is a non-contact sport? Number 8, watch Westlake's Jason Beatty take a page from Little Red Riding Hood. Here it's too cold, and here it's too hot. How about over here? Yeah, that's just right. Hey gang, I didn't mean to leave you out, so join me for the selling. And if that's not enough to earn top play number 8, watch this sequence. Westlake now in white, and Antoine Motes is denied. All Agura's got to do is clear it, but that's never easy. Westlake's Connor Udolph with a steal, and he patiently finds Beatty, who proceeds to undress the goalie before mercifully ending the dance. Number 7, Santa Monica's in dark here against Palisades. And number 11 is all about sharing. He can't complete this pass, so he just stays with it and finds number 15, who patiently weaves through traffic before burying this bad boy. At number 6, let's talk about Penn defender number 5, because I can't read Redondo's silver on white jersey numbers. The pole knows to force him back to his offhand, but the shooter says, "Niet, I'll go over the top to score." And at number 5, thanks to a fan for this one, and a life lesson. If you're gonna bunt in line, go right to the front. Westlake's Bella Malou finds Jasmine Papinga in position A for the easy catch and shoot. Number 4, Foothill in dark versus PV, and I don't even know how to describe what the Knights Easton Bab does here. Stick your right foot in, pull your right foot out, shoot to score, and then circle all about. Wait, you don't think that's worthy of number 4? Well, check out this sequel. Fake the pass and rip it low. Archer, let fly thy arrow. Number 3, another fan submission. Redondo Union in white, and Jordan Davis takes this right to the rack. Sometimes you just preempt the ball movement and take things into your own hands. Number 2, Westlake in white, moving the ball against Agura. Joseph DiMartina takes the contact and goes down, but not out. He gets it to Connor Udoff, who absorbs the chop to the stomach to net this goal. It hurts, but he's not going to give the D the satisfaction of showing it. Okay, number 1, top play and winner of the LaxRatz t-shirt and stickers is Sierra Canyon's Ben Graham in the dark jersey. They're up against perennial power Foothill in white, and talk about rising to the occasion. Ben scored 7 goals in this one, and let's just check out all of them. I'm tempted to roll music and just admire this performance. This guy is so versatile. Started off playing off ball, consistently finding space to receive these dimes and convert them over and over, like that vicious rip. Well, the D changed up, and so did Ben, eventually demonstrating his dodge and cage rushing skills to create time and room for himself. And again, that's not the little brothers of the down and out he's playing against. It's the Foothill Knights, who were happy to call it a night after this onslaught. So Ben Graham, enjoy the LaxRatz swag.
All right, Chopper, before I get out of here, I know you won't remember, and Coach probably won't remember either, but I have to tell everyone, of course, social media, follow us along, like, subscribe at LaxRatz. We can be found at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, our weekly show that we do, LaxWrap, on YouTube. Follow along. We'll see you on social media. Back to you guys.
Okay, that's just about going to do it for this week's LaxWrap Week 9. I want to thank my partner, the coach, for everything this week. In absentia, I want to thank Tauli Anderson. Most of all, we want to thank Lisa for her wonderful production work. This is Chopper saying thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.